So I wanted to have this happy vibe on the outside that's going on the inside. And I watched the kids playing out in the playground, and they literally were on scooters and doing cartwheels and riding bikes across the yard. And I had this vision of the kids playing happily down the sidewalk coming to the building. So we have the beautiful flags to soften the fence area. We have Manny's amazing murals, which really add a lot to the whole neighborhood. And then we're bringing some decorative elements up onto the building. And in Feng Shui, our front doors are really important. So Kelly Leitner, one of the architects, helped me create these beautiful panels.
Responsible for the lobby. I want it to be inviting because I think the lobby is sort of like your first impression of a building. One of the first things you'll see when you walk in is the custom-made wallpaper. I just wanted something that's kind of eye-catching, that sort of brings your eye up, and then also kind of pulls you right to the door too, so you kind of know where to go as far as entering the main floor of the building. Ideally, when you walk in, the space now has 2 counter heights, one for adults and one for kids. I painted the railing navy blue, and I also took the colors from their logo, and the logo itself became the mosaic. So the goal was to kind of bring your eye around the corner, especially if you have to go downstairs. And then when you round the corner, you'll see this giant mosaic. And then it also gave me an area to put plaques where we could celebrate the past officers that have served at PAL. You'll see that they're engraved for the past officers, and then I left some blank ones around so that they have enough for future officers that have served. There's a bench, and I worked with a bunch of the kids back in January, and I had them do drawings, so each of the kids designed the patterns themselves.
So we've sort of decided to do a reception area in more of a neutral color palette. We're sort of making that look a little bit more rustic with, right now the reclaimed wood look is kind of in, so we're doing some reclaimed wood shelves. We left the exposed brick in there, which gives us also that more industrial look.
Serves as a place for somebody to sit down and have an office area that they didn't have previously in the building. Somebody can sit and greet people coming and going from the building.
We had so much fun designing the game room. We've added a ton of storage to this room. The wall between the kitchen and the game room is now filled with closed storage and some open backpack cubbies in a few really fun colors. There's a large sliding door that opens up to the kitchen. The door has a really cool orange acrylic panel insert that coordinates nicely with other elements in the space, like a large decorative light fixture. On one wall, we've arranged pieces of felt to look like a large game of Tetris. This brings a lot of great color to the room and will also help with acoustics. At the back of the room, we have a blue accent wall with some fun Mario decals along the top, and a new bumper pool table and accessories are tucked in the back corner. Also throughout the space, there are some other new games like Giant Connect 4, Shuffleboard, and Jenga. There are 2 TVs in the game room. One is wall mounted and the other is mounted on a mobile TV cart. On the back side of the cart is a large whiteboard, and the cart's on wheels so it can be easily moved around the space as needed. Nearly all the furniture is flexible, so everything can be easily rearranged to accommodate numerous activities.
So the purpose of the kitchen was to be a teaching kitchen for the children, and over our shoulder we have the game room. So the point of the kitchen is to have cooking demonstrations, teach the kids about healthy eating, how to prepare healthy meals, plus this is functional where they will prepare meals and snacks for the kids while they're here. So 1 or 2 children might be in the kitchen at one time, but the rest of them through the pass-through have a nice area where they can get a nice look and see what's going on with the demonstration.
Our space is the hallway and the first floor and the PAL officer's office. The space of the office is kind of unique. It's a small space. It's pretty simple, pretty functional space with a desk for Ben and for Jayla. Storage was needed, but the way I injected some fun in was the ceiling. I had started with a theme of patriotism and kind of wanted the excitement factor in without a lot of stars and stripes, so I went for a ceiling mural of fireworks.
Originally there was one bathroom and it was functional, but it was not ADA compliant, and it really wasn't very pretty. It was very utilitarian.
We're doing 2 bathrooms. One's ADA compliant and the other one has some greater utility features.
Like Greg said, one is ADA compliant, so that now we'll have grab bars and a sink that's appropriate for ADA use, and the other one has a mop sink and some other utilitarian features.
So I selected the Creative Learning Center. Collectively, we really wanted to think about how we could bring some really amazing technology to the kids, something that they didn't have. There's some robotics involved, there's lots of new technology, there's Chromebooks, there's charging stations. I ended up doing a special bookcase art piece wall that I kept hidden for quite some time. And we have a loft that we put in, and it's called the Littles Learning Loft. And there's kind of some special elements in there with the big built-in dollhouse with the American Girl dolls and all the furniture.
When you're heading upstairs, heading towards the boxing ring, we have marquee boxing letters, and then we also put a cork board.
I was tasked with designing the boxing office for Coach Mo. So I decided that because it was a small footprint of a room, I would need built-in desk system. Mike Turcotte installed the cabinetry for us. He installed the shelves for Coach Mo's memorabilia, and he installed a trapdoor to house some of the plumbing. We also had a decal put on the wall of Muhammad Ali with his famous quote, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." And we put in a few other little knickknacks for him to make it homey, a bulletin board for him to take notes on. We put in this beautiful window in order for him to watch over the boxing ring when he's in his office working, so that he can keep tabs on everybody.
As you round the corner downstairs, there's some artwork that's hanging, and I purposely did these sort of DIY frames where they can easily take the plexiglass off and the art and replace the artwork. And then as you're walking down the stairs, there's 4 pieces that are called needle punch, and they're very tactile. And then when you round the corner again, you get another piece of artwork that Cheryl did, which is beautiful, which I'm calling like a little wishing wall, because it's the dandelions that, you know, you kind of make a wish and blow. And we put some wall dots on there too, so you can kind of, you know, touch the dots and make a wish.
This is the basement bathrooms of the Nashua Police Athletic League building. We have a small little hall vestibule area leading into the 2 bathrooms where we are sticker bombing, and we've been collecting stickers for the past year to be able to create an area of interest leading into our bathrooms, where we are creating a one-of-a-kind art mural based on the work of Chantel Martin. She is known for her line drawings.
Look her up, pretty cool.
She's awesome. And this is one-of-a-kind art created by Impeccable Nest.
I had the honor of doing Sean, the director's office. It's an 8x8 room, and he's the size of a NFL linebacker. So Sean wanted a stand-up desk. He mostly stands to do his work. However, we did accommodate a stool for him because there's times we just have to relax. He needed storage. We gave him the storage. We brought in some outside aspects of the brick. It's warm, it's comfortable, but I was able to find a great desk that folds down, but it can expand out to accommodate 4 people. Then I had to take my vision to the hallway, which is a little bit dark, so I brought in some sunshine and color to brighten up the space.
I've been involved with Building on Hope for a few projects now, and this one here was really kind of special because it's right in Nashua, my hometown, where I was born and raised.
So when I met with Sean right in the beginning, this room, he just wanted to have just a small table, a few chairs, and just an extra meeting room. The room next door, the intern hub / he called it think tank, was for the many interns that they have coming through. So some of the things they needed were lockers and a smart board in there, and just whiteboards, places to have the teens in there and him do programs and whatnot with them.
We have the Creative Play Center, which is in the basement. It was a pretty large room. It's kind of the main gathering space of the building. A lot of activities happening there. We had a vision of colorful, bright, open.
In the Creative Play Center, I did a few tree murals, and we also did a nice big rainbow.
One of the things we wanted to do was have a nice area of cabinetry to allow the kids to store their art in a cleanup sink. We have folding cafeteria tables that can be pushed aside. We have a pull-down projector. The yoga mat shelves in the back of the room here is where all of the mats will be placed for the kids when they are doing yoga and creative dance. On the back wall, we have a whiteboard, and that's going to allow the kids to do possibly some lessons, as well as around it, they can hang their artwork that's done.
I am pleased to be doing in this facility the admin office. So Jen came from upstairs and she wasn't real thrilled about having to come down into the basement. So my goal for her room was to bring the outdoors in and improve the lighting and give her something to be excited about. So the green is for the outdoors. We have a little purple accent. I've got some bright, colorful paintings and rug. I put some plants in the windows and on the floor to bring it all to life. And then, that's the pretty part, but the functional part was to have lots of desk space, chairs for visitors, lots of storage, and so we're squeezing a lot in to one small room.
I've got a wonderful team here that helped us do the pantry and the back hallway. In the pantry, we've got a stackable washer and dryer. We've got heavy-duty metal shelving that is going to accommodate a lot of pantry items.
So this year we're actually providing a full new wireless network, as well as helping out by providing donations from our technology partners and also donating TVs and the installation of them to help additional technology throughout the space.
We ended up doing the excavation for the elevator shaft.
You know, we saw the project. It started out as one little room, then it got bigger and bigger, and we just like, you know what? At that point, it felt good to kind of take over, you know, the drywall.
We ended up doing all the HVAC in this building. We had some nice contributions from some of our vendors, which helped a great deal. And then around the building, there was a number of plumbing projects that were handled by independent other contractors, and we just filled the void where they needed mains tied in and that sort of stuff.
Holy moly.
She's like, I'm going to the kitchen. Where's the kitchen? I need to see the kitchen. Oh my god.
Oh, these are nice. They're gonna love you. Look at somebody's got it. Is that real? Yes. That is beautiful. This is awesome. Oh, thank you. I haven't had you.
I know. I know. Yes, you're very, very welcome.
Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome.
Right?
I'm sure.
We have a TV. They also
Hey, for those mirror selfies you came.
Oh, all my mirror selfies? Oh!
Oh my goodness.
You wanted to believe what this room was before.
I can't believe how nice this is.
I didn't expect to see this amount of work done or this amount of like dedication. It's hard to envision what the building would look like differently than from what it was, and it is more than we wished for, asked for, or even thought possible, especially during COVID and all of the I don't know, there's just so much here, like having a kitchen to be able to teach the kids how to cook for themselves, and having a washer and dryer to teach them how to do their own laundry instead of us like taking it home or telling them that I'll find them something different. A place to get a drink of water instead of coming in to get it out of the kitchen sink, and real floors. Like, it's just, and then all the add-ons, like all of the extra, like the fireworks on the ceiling, when they tell me to look up, it's definitely gonna feel so much more like home. And I think that the kids are gonna feel more like people really care, and that if they care about them, they'll care about themselves. So I think that that's gonna be the best part.
This is not the same building. It's I don't know, I'm very overwhelmed. This is absolutely phenomenal, so much more than we thought it was going to be. Every nook and cranny has something different and something beautiful, and I can't wait to see the kids come into this brand new space and see how much people care about them, that they were able to do this and wanted to do this, and I'm definitely going to cry now. And the kids in this neighborhood need this, so thank you so much. Sorry.
Walking into this building is a little bit overwhelming. 10 months ago, I was able to walk in on a somewhat regular basis and look at all the tight spaces and watch a group of people with 50 kids a day managing a limited space and a chaotic space, and stuff piled everywhere, stuff that was falling apart. And to know that they can now walk into a space that's organized, it's brand new, it's bright, it's encompassing, it's got modern technology to it. It just blows my mind that the kids in downtown Nashua are going to have the opportunity to be able to learn, to be able to have modern technology and good foods and access to small things like a washing machine and dryer if they need it. Little things matter, and to be able to do it in a way for them on a day-to-day basis is just going to be such a boost up for them. PAL Center is going to be a place that they're going to want to come to stay, not just come to be here for a couple hours a day.
I am overwhelmed. It is amazing what the Building on Hope people and all their volunteers have done, the contractors, the designers. This is not the same building that we first started in, and they have really positioned PAL so well for the next 30 years of our existence. I can't begin to describe the joy that's in my heart. Looking at each room, they're all so different, and it's so incredible what everyone has done. I just can't say thank you enough to everyone.
I'm blown away by everybody's love for this building, and I can't wait to fill it with kids. Every room you can feel love slap you right in the face, and that is the energy that we need. We're gonna do some good things here. We're gonna change kids' lives with this building, even more than we already were. And just so happy that we're here. It was a long road to get here, and thank everybody that was involved, because this is well worth every blood, sweat, and tears that went into this. The kids' faces that we'll see here in a minute are gonna lead to all of us feeling even more the emotion of this day, and just thankful, very, very thankful.